Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome, everyone, to Hard Rock Stadium, home of the Miami Hurricanes. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Miami Hurricanes. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Notre Dame lining up to kick off and get this one started. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Leaves it with the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Guys, they're really starting to find a rhythm in conference play now. They'll try to keep it going through the rest of this ACC slate.
I think it's really important because they're building confidence early in the season. There were a lot of expectations on this team to play well, and they've been doing that. Obviously, David, they've got bigger challenges ahead.
Yeah, and the conference play, obviously you want to see that continue to grow, the confidence, the familiarity with each other within, obviously, is a lot of time that's a big deal, the rivalries that come with it. So, great start, a lot of positive momentum built for this squad.
Wants to throw, it's Chadwick. On target to the left. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down.
And you've seen these curl routes. This is a timing route. Understand the ball's got to come out of my hand right when he hits the top of that curl. Nice job by the QB finding him. Nice catch.
Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. Quickly out to the tight end. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
Trying to get a rhythm in the passing game, now on 2nd down. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Turning it on! And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Hurricane!
And as a coach, you're just hoping your offense can take the field on the first series of the game and create a little bit of momentum, get into a rhythm. How about that running play? Hitting a home run early in this game. You know that's got the sidelines all juiced up.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish the deal with a 60-yard run to the house. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Quick toss to the right. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
You You know, I think that's a play the quarterback would like to have back. I'm not sure that's exactly who the ball was intended for. He had another open target on the other side of the field that he just missed.
Well, will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Looking to pass. It's Carr. Buying some time as he moves left. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
And defensively, you've got to know this guy, man. He's got some wheels to him. He'll get outside the pocket. You can't let him outside the cage. Those ends have to do a good job of keeping contained. When you lose it, this is what happens. He can get outside, can scramble, and can get first downs.
First down for this offense. He's going to run it. There he goes. You know those defenders wanted to light him up. Quarterback wisely gets down with the slide. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, Dave, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time and late in the season. It's so nice to be an offense on second down in short yardage situations. Why? I can take shots. If I want to, I can just act like I'm going to run and try to get the first down, take a deep shot down the field. I can run the football. The whole playbook is open to my disposal.
Notre Dame ready to go back to work with another first down. Caught in the backfield. It's Young. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play.
Early in the game, I love getting my quarterback in a rhythm. Easy pitch and catch. You've thrown them 4,000 times. Not big shots, but just put you in nice positions on the next downs coming up.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
You just need more from your offensive line. Second and short like that, you'd love to be able to fire off the ball and pick that up running it, but the defense was able to get penetration. They were able to get a stop, and now you set up third down, and this offensive line is going to have to play a lot better here.
The Irish trying to keep this drive moving on third and short. Just as he released the pass, it's incomplete.
You know, timing is so important in the RPO game, especially on third down. Quarterback and receiver just didn't have it there, and now it's fourth down.
Hoping to move the chains. Here comes Notre Dame on fourth. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Unloads it left. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Bringing it back. And after the interception return, he gets it down to the 32-yard line.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Looking downfield, it's Chadwick. Trying to set up the screen. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2. You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
And the Hurricanes come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21.
That's got to feel good if you're the offense, because 3rd down has been a bit of a problem all season long, but you love the way they're executing at this point, finding ways to keep the chains moving.
And the Canes will line it up on 1st and 10. They're going to ride this running back. They pull him down at the 17 after a pickup of 3.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. Back to pass. Gets it out quickly. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is, because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
The Hurricanes are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Coming to the line of scrimmage on 3rd down. Looking to throw, it's Chadwick. Takes the easy one to the back. Oh, got enough space. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Canes. Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, every game in the Big Ten so very critical. How about this one today? Rutgers is just getting blown off the field right now there in Jersey. And at this rate, I'm not sure this won't get worse. They're trailing by 21 to Ohio State. Just another week in the Big Ten where the only constant is chaos, fellas.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Complete to the left. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
One big play, and you go from a little backed up to threatening. It's 1st and 10 from the 40. Throws it back. Grabs it inside the 15. The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6.
Well, this offense has shown you it doesn't take a lot of time for them to generate explosive plays through the air. Big completion on the previous play. They take another shot and hit it, and they have completely flipped the field.
They ripped off a huge chunk, and now a little chunk is needed to pay it off. On the option.
That's exactly what you want to do against the option. You want that thing to string along out wide so you get more bodies to the football. Nice job playing the first option, the quarterback. They've sent the pitch out wide. Guess what? Ready for that too. They tackle him, and they get him on the ground.
They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. Gonna run it. It's Smothers. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Notre Dame! Big-time touchdown there to get some much-needed momentum.
You got to find something, right? Who you going to go to make that big play to get you back into it? You're not back in it yet. It's not tied. You're not there yet, but you're starting to inch back into it and get some momentum going.
PAT unit on the field. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finished it off with the score from the 4. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Breaks into the open. Able to make his way past the sticks for the first down, and the time is going to drain out here in the first quarter. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Miami is on top. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Back to throw, it's Chadwick. Incomplete, and he threw that one up for grabs and into traffic. Fortunate to get it back.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. Lost one deep down the right side. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd.
Well, this quarterback has really found a nice rhythm early, and he's in firm control and command of everything that's happening. They've had 2 drives. They've scored 2 touchdowns. And here on their 3rd possession, he still wants to take shots. That one obviously falls incomplete, but if you're him, I would keep spinning the beam.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
3rd and long situation, we're bringing an extra DB on the field, and we're telling our front guys to pin your ears back and go get the QB, and they get the job done.
Sends his first one of the day on the way, and we didn't see much of him in that victory last week, just called on 1 time. Coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. From the wideout. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. They're working that left side. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. They'll move the wide receiver. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. To the air, it's Carr. Right on the money. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down.
Nice catch there. You know, I think back to great Golden Domer wide receivers and Tim Brown, who won a Heisman, Rocket Ismail, obviously. How about Jeff Samardzija? There's a name you don't hear very much anymore, but he was awesome for Brady Quinn back in the day, and all those guys had the ability to win one-on-one. Their quarterbacks knew that if they had that matchup outside, they were going to take it, and I think this quarterback feels the same way about that guy. He is just so dynamic outside.
Quarterback on the keeper. Turning it on! And he gets out of there and gets some yardage and gets down without taking any punishment.
The defense has got to do a better job with assignment football. Somebody has to be accounting for the quarterback on these run plays. You know you're going to see it. You've seen it on film. The option play, nobody home. He just takes off. That's an easy first down pickup for the offense. Moving forward now, the defense, they've got to settle in, and they've got to start playing better when it comes to assignment football.
Grabbed in the backfield, it's Williams. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Motion from the wide receiver. From the shotgun, the inside give. Stop is made almost immediately. Give him 1 to the 23. Notre Dame comes to the line trying to convert on 3rd and short. They'll try to run for it. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. Nice job by this junior quarterback to get it done on the ground.
Yeah, they decide to go for it on 4th down, and they get rewarded. He makes a quick decision, gets the first down. Nice job by this offense, and specifically the QB making a nice read.
Notre Dame has it now, 1st and goal. Wide receiver going in motion. Scanning the field, it's Carr. They've got the screen set up. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Irish! Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And the extra point is good. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Gentlemen, that pivotal top 15 battle is in the books. Here's how things went down. UCF steamrolled its way to victory. They scored off turnovers, they scored on gadget plays, an all-around masterpiece that'll give the folks in Orlando a ton of confidence. We'll see a lot of games this week, but few will have as much of an impact on the new top 25 poll next week as this one, gentlemen.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. That 14-point lead is gone, and now they'll try to get back on top with a scoring drive here. Finds his man. It's Coleman. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one.
Nice patience by the quarterback there. He had his receiver running a crossing route, but the QB knew it was zone coverage, so he's got to be careful and make sure that he hits him in a window, and he did that right there.
And the Canes can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Makes the catch. It's Carr. At midfield, he's got room. There he goes. The tag. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Miami.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
On to attempt the try. Oh, and he missed it. What a display of explosive capabilities on that drive. 75 yards, 2 plays, and a touchdown. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth. I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every third down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Now the play fake. Here comes the heat. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
I know that one falls incomplete, but I love the idea of finding ways to get this running back the ball, right? You can hand it off to him. He's got really good hands. Already has a few catches in this game. I think you keep trying to leak him out of the backfield and let him take advantage of this defense throwing the ball.
Notre Dame facing a 3rd and long, trying to keep this drive alive. Back to throw, it's Carr. Working that left side now. He gets it out to the 28-yard line. Not enough to pick up the first down.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You've set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Looking for space. It's Lyle. Gets it past the marker. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
This running back in the Miami backfield is deadly because of his speed. He's so elusive. You get the feeling like he could score any single time he has the ball. He gives the offense a lot of balance, but he gives them that home run ability too.
Right back to the well. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Wants to adjust the pattern. Wide receiver comes in motion. Quick pass on the fly motion. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
Just went with something very easy, very reliable. Flip it forward, let your receiver do the rest. I only got to get a few yards. Nice job, nice execution. First down.
The Canes getting set on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. The short hands, it's Carr. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered to pick up the first. Now on 2nd down. They'll move the tight end. Dropping back, it's Chadwick. Makes the grab. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
All right, defense. It ain't working, right? They're stringing together several first downs here. What we're going to need is change this up, find something we can disrupt the quarterback and mess up this offense a little bit.
It's first down from the 37-yard line. Wants to throw again. Pulls it in. It's Carr. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. And the Hurricanes in a good spot here with 2nd and short. They'll leave it with him. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
I love teams that make it a priority to run the football, and they have today. Another good run by this running back. He's been doing it all night, over 100 yards on the day. Really, really good night for this young man.
And the Canes kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. To the ground, he's got it again. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Back to pass, it's Chadwick. Tight end finds a soft spot. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. The Hurricanes are in the hurry-up. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Hand off from the shotgun. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Fourth down and 3, and they'll try to pick it up. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Can't make the catch, and the defense will force the turnover on downs.
And the offense stays aggressive. They try to throw the football and just weren't on the same page. It was an incompletion. He could have done a better job, I think, throwing the ball to his receiver and maybe making it where it's more of a 50-50 ball where he can make a play. Defense gets the big stop.
Waning seconds of the first half. Let's see just how aggressive they'll be. They go to the draw. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Canes will line up to kick off and start the second half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Here come the Irish back on offense. They start this third quarter one-possession game and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
Off the bootleg and rolling out. He's going to take off. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit.
Second and short is a great situation to be in. And look at him. He drops back to pass the football. He doesn't have to throw the football. He wants to be aggressive, but he can just take off and scramble. Doesn't have to take a chance. Great being ahead of the sticks.
They'll snap it from the 39. First and 10. They'll go to the ground. They'll pick up 4, second and 6 coming.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's second and 6. Looking downfield, it's Carr. Quarterback extends the play. And down he goes. Tried to pick his way free, but the defense stops him behind the line. The #1 job is to protect your quarterback, and they weren't able to do it long enough that time.
This offensive line race, they've got to do a better job communicating pre-snap. Try and figure out which people on defense are going to be rushing the passer. Right now, this offense just looks confused up front.
On third and long, try to convert through the air. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. Notre Dame lining up to punt it away. They'll look to pin them deep. That is coverage just the way you draw it up. Don't even let him get started, and they knock him down deep in his own end. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They moved the football well in the last drive, but man, that fourth down and failing to convert there has to sting. After the pickup of 9, it's second and 1. The Canes with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Sends it back in motion. Second down, they'll go to the air. Grabbed behind the line, it's Lyle. They didn't get a ton of yardage there, but they're really effective at using the back out of the backfield, and they do it to get the first down here. Use the play fake, now to throw. Catch in the middle, it's Coleman. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed? After he made his break, he was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
And the Hurricanes can really attack on this 2nd and short. To the air, it's Chadwick. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down.
Well, the offense is trying to take a shot deep down the field. How about the coverage? Knocking that ball away and doing it clean. No PI on that one.
And the Canes come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Tight end now in motion. They'll run for it on 3rd and short. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37. The Hurricanes in the hurry-up.
I'll say, watching this offense this year, one of the things you have to be really happy about is their ability to move the sticks. This is one of the top 25 offenses in the country in getting first downs. That running back...
Intercepted. That is just what this defense needed. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
QB's got to pick and choose their spots when they want to be really aggressive and try to fit balls in tight windows. Great job by the DB, making a big play, getting the ball back to its offense.
Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the 50.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
Notre Dame has made this 2nd down play much more difficult after going backwards. To the air, it's Carr. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary, and you saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
Notre Dame comes to the line needing a chunk play on 3rd down. He'll set up to throw. The sure hands, it's Fleming. He's not quite going to make it to the marker. They'll spot it at the 37, and now a decision on 4th down. They'd hope to be able to pick up enough after the catch, but a good stop leaves them with a 4th and short.
Really good job by the defense being physical, understanding the situation of the game. The ball's going to come out quick. You know that. Go make the tackle, force the 4th down.
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. Oh, sticks that big mid up there and grabs it. And he gets it out past the sticks, and Notre Dame will have a 1st down. Move those chains without a hitch. Well, actually, with a hitch, but you get the point.
I like that. Nicely done. The defense probably should have understood the ball was coming out quick, something like a hitch, a slant, a screen, something fast. They didn't. QB gets it on the money. Receiver gets the extra yards. Easy pitch and catch for the 1st down.
Shoots it to the left. How about a little rhythm that you can tap your toe to on that throw and catch for the 1st down?
When you're going to run a comeback route, you've got to sell like you're going deep, and that was a great job there by the receiver, really making that corner think he was running deep down the field. So we got the corner to turn his hips, turn his shoulders, and then the receiver was able to just pivot around to make it an easy pass and catch.
This Notre Dame offense carving it up. They're working with another 1st down. backfield, it's Singleton. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Send the tight end in motion. From the gun, the running back has it. Brought down, but not before he bowled his way inside the 10 to the 8.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these third downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on second down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up third and long, and now you're set up to fail.
To defend. A big third down in the red zone. He'll ride his man on the option. That play just got wrecked. 3rd and 1, and they went backwards. And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit. He gets a hand on it, it's blocked. He picks it up. All by himself down the middle. He's at the 40. Running inside the 20. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Hurricanes. They'll try to add another to their lead. And they tacked on the extra point. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, it's a final now in one of the more intriguing games of the week, that notable ACC clash. North Carolina overcame a sloppy start and just put the finishing touches on a notable road win. And to pick yourself up and dust yourself off away from Chapel Hill, these Tar Heels got to be thrilled with this result. One thing we can always count on in the ACC is a spirited battle and a game that will make waves all along the Eastern Seaboard.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Motion from the wideout. He'll pull it on the read. There he goes. Good call, good execution as they move the chains and they have a first down at the 38.
This is an offense that can move the sticks in a whole lot of different ways. Now you're seeing it on the option here. Great job by the quarterback. Reading the defense, there's nobody there taking him, so he puts his foot in the ground, he gets upfield, and he's got really nice elusiveness once he's out in the open field. He shows you that on that explosive play, picking up the first.
Trying the left side. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Off the play fake. Here's the pressure. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. From the gun, to give, looking for room. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And that's a great job by the defense, understanding exactly the situation, understanding to stay home, play sound. No matter who gets the football, we're going to run to the football hard. We're going to cage the football, be disciplined. Nice job by the defense.
Wants to bring it back. He's got great speed. Makes the tackle really strong, disciplined job, and now we have 1 period to play. And talk about spreading the ball around, everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. Leaves it with the running back. Oh, he's got some space. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up.
They've got a lead here in the fourth quarter, and there's certainly still plenty of football to go, but this is where you'd love to control the flow of the game, right? You want to dictate everything to the defense, and you do that by running the football. That was a really nice run. This offensive line is firing off late. Looks like they're getting stronger as the game goes on, and that is a good sign for the offense.
They'll move the tight end. Right back to it. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. Trying to get the corner. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Fires to the big fella. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Oh, that just really nice catch by the big tight end, throwing those mitts up there, catching the football.
It'll be 3rd and long. On the run, it's Lyle. Tackled right at the 43-yard line, and this D didn't let him sniff that first down marker.
Offense facing 4th down.
And the Canes will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And the punt team gets down there and touches it dead. That's where they'll put it in play.
And the punter pulling out his pitching wedge on that. Look at the spin on this ball. It just died as soon as it hit the ground. Beautiful job.
Here come the Irish back on offense. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot. And now let's see if they can pull this one out. Looking to the big tight end. Finds space on the right. Bulldozes his way through. Breaks into the open. And he's brought down after making the big catch, but not before he picks up more than 40.
This is a fun spot to be in defensively. Like, it's late in the football game. You know they're passing the football because you're up a couple of scores. You pin your ears back. You try to get to the quarterback. Play smart. Make sure you rally to the football, tackle, and don't give up the big plays.
Out of the gun, the inside give. Runs through the tackle. And it looks as if he'll pick up maybe a couple. to the line.
And that wasn't a big gain, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
To the air, it's Carr. Moves away as he feels pressure. Makes the grab. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Got enough for the first. It's a running room. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching it. What an explosive eruption into the end zone by this running back.
And this back does it a lot, that he makes big plays. When you can make big plays like this, it makes everybody's job easier. Oh, we can play action. Oh, we can throw it. But it starts with the run game, and this guy's setting everything up.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt, find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. You make sure you execute, build this lead a little bit bigger, put this thing away in the fourth quarter.
Line getting set on second down. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Looking to throw, it's Chadwick. Grab near the marker, it's Lyle. Turning it on! And it looked as if he might take that one all the way to the house. Just ran out of a little steam, and the defense finally got it.
And that's a good lesson for quarterbacks out there. When you're throwing to your running backs, if you get it to them early and they've got some space around them, they can do damage. And that's exactly what happened there. These guys are trained to be great once they have the ball in their hands. He makes people miss. He shows you the speed, and it's a big chunk play in the pass game.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And that's a really good job by this defense. Complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
Looking to throw again. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete. This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. A quick completion to the left, looking for the first down. That'll be enough for the first down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to 3rd down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the first down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
Might be calling a hot route. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
All right, offense has got to be better. You've done a nice job getting the football to this point in the red zone, but now you can't go backwards. You've got to be able to get rid of the football if it's not there, and that was a terrible play giving up the sack.
The Canes now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against one of the top 25 defenses stopping the run.
7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Looking to throw, it's Chadwick. Got it behind the line. It's Lyle. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. Never a doubt. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, we head to Dallas for a final update on one of the best games every year, the Red River rivalry. Texas looked like a program ready to take the next step after a big road win today. This was a complete team effort from the Horns. Offense, defense, and special teams doing its part. Hook 'em. And they hooked a W in this one. Each week in the SEC, the tests are just so tough, and we found that out today again, guys, with another good team taking one on the chin.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. To the air on 1st down. Throws to the tight end. Finds a man on the left. And they'll pick up the 1st down and mark it at the 47. Notre Dame lines up quickly.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
Red pass hits complete. There he goes. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be 1st down. The Irish, after ripping off a huge chunk on the ground, will try to keep Big Mo rolling. Looking to throw on 1st down. It's complete. Gets away from one, finds room. Inside the 15, out of bounds at the 14-yard line. The offense looking for a score.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
Notre Dame coming to the line with another 1st down. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. They're looking to pass from the red zone. Using the quick game. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
Guys out in the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. The give to the back. Touchdown, Notre Dame! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And listen, still a ways to go, but great job by this offense getting you back in the ball game. Now, we got a 1-possession game. We got our score. We did what we're supposed to do. Now, how do we get this stopped? Now, the defense has to come up big and get me the rock back.
And the extra point was good. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive. And it was punctuated by an 11-yard run for the score. Now down by 2, inside a minute to go. If they can get this onside kick, maybe they could get into field goal range. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Now down by 2, inside a minute to go. If they can get this onside kick, maybe they could get into field goal range. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. And right now, you still have a 2-point lead, David, but you have to be aggressive.
And don't let that scare you, right? You've been executing offensively. You still got the lead, Jesse. No need to panic.
Yeah, and this is where your leaders on offense really have to step up. They got to keep everybody calm and make sure everyone's on the same page here on this drive.
Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Anderson will throw. Unleashes one. He's got an open man. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down. They came into this game with plenty of people putting them on upset alert, and they were ready for the challenge.
And they passed it with flying colors. And this is what you want to do as a team. You want to make these little statements across the season. And they proved, Palmer, the difference between them and the other team being ranked is wide, and there's a reason why.
You're right. Not all ranked teams are created equally, and they showed that here today, dominating in all 3 phases. This is a team everybody needs to look out for.
Stepped out of bounds right at the 17.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
And the Hurricanes inside the final minute trying to hang on to this lead and the ball. To the ground with the back. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Here on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his big tight end. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Now this is rolling the dice, or perhaps they've gone outside their head. They're already up. Boy, this could really backfire if they don't convert on 4th down. The quarterback just lost track of the play clock, didn't get the snap off quickly enough. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. What a disappointment. No good. Still leading by 2 after the miss.
Miami, 30. Notre Dame, 28.
He's trying to get them set quickly. They have to get the ball into field goal range. Wants to go up top on first down. Pressure's there, and he gets rid of it.
Well, it's the fourth quarter, and you got to be so careful as a quarterback when you're throwing it over the middle of the field right now because these windows are really small. He's very lucky that last one was not picked off.
They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. Dropping back, it's Carr. Dances away to buy time. And he just chucks it into the fourth row.
And obviously that wasn't a great play for this offense, but the defense did their job. They flushed him outside the pocket. But nothing worse than getting tackled in bounds or throwing it for a 4-yard gain, letting that clock tick. Nice job throwing it away, saving as much time as you can.
Remember, all they have to do is get it close enough for a field goal here. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Snatches it on the right. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line. Every second is meaningful, and they save a few of them with the spike.
No gain on the play. Second down coming up.
So now it's second and long. Back to throw, and he's got to do it here late. On the move, he fires. Working that left side. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. They've reeled off 6 straight to start the season, undefeated, bowl eligible, but when you have that kind of record, the possibilities seem limitless.
What a great way to start the season. The best way possible, right? Like 6-0, taking care of business, building momentum. This squad continues to climb up the ranks. They're getting better. They're getting more respect. 6-0 is the best start you could have, Palmer, but they're looking for more.
It's been really fun watching this team to get up to this point. So much talent. They've got great coaching, and I feel like they could keep that 0 in the loss column all season long if they keep playing the way they did today.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.